Good morning, grade 8 students. I'm teacher Justin Dave A. Yamson and you can call me Sir Dave. I am your teacher in physical education and join me as we learn about the fundamentals of basketball. In this session, we will understand the nature and background of basketball as a team sport. Also, we'll trace the history of basketball from abroad to Philippine context. Lastly, we'll identify the basic skills in basketball. I'm sure you're as interested as I do in basketball. Let's all start by having a game. Guess the name of the following person. Do you know him? You're right, he's Stephen Curry. How about this guy? Very good, he's Kevin Durant. Do you know him? Amazing! He's James Yap. How about him? Brilliant! He's Benji Para. What are common among these men? You got it right! They are basketball players. Now, what's so interesting about basketball? It is played by two teams of 5 players played on a marked rectangular court. In the National Basketball Association, widely known as NBA, the court is measured at 28.7 by 15.2 meters. Under International Basketball Federation or FIBA, the court is slightly smaller, measuring 91.9 by 49.2 feet or 28 by 15 meters. You have the ball, and the court could be found in every barangay here in the Philippines. No wonder why it is considered as the most well-liked team sport. But, have you ever wondered how the sport began? This team sport was invented by James Naismith, a Canadian clergyman, educator, and physician in December 1891. His aim in mind was to devise an indoor sports to keep athletes indoors during winters. The first ball used was a soccer ball played by 9 players, and the goals were wooden peach baskets affixed to the walls. From this small beginning, the game rapidly spread worldwide and it reached the Philippines in 1910 as women's sport as introduced by the Americans. But women players received criticisms from conservative groups, particularly by the Catholic Church, who viewed bloomers being worn by women as inappropriate. As time passed by, this game is popularly played by men here in our country. Now that you have a glimpse of history and background about basketball, let's get familiar with the basic skills in this sport. Let us identify them by watching these clips.
Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights.
What do we call this skill? You're right! Dribbling. This allows the player to move around the basketball court while he or she is in the possession of the ball. It is one way of allowing the player to advance with the ball and make a score instead of passing it to a teammate to shoot in the basket.
That you would rather do in an all-star game, but to cross someone over, make them fall and hit the jump shot.
What a move by Kyrie Irving.
Familiar with this skill? Correct. It's passing. It is a skill that maximizes the involvement of all players in setting up a play to earn successful field goal. We have 4 types of passes. Number 1 is air pass. Number 2 is bounce pass. Number 3 is chest pass. And lastly, we have the overhead pass.
This game.
How about this skill? Amazing! It's rebounding. Rebounding enables the player to jump with power to get the ball as it bounces to the rim after a failed shoot before it touches the floor. Whenever the player grabs a rebound, he or she gains a chance to shoot again the ball while the other team loses it. I know you'll never miss the right answer here. What skill is this? Perfect! It's running. This is a basic skill that a player should possess in playing basketball. It provides the player a greater chance to shoot the ball. How about this skill? Bravo! It's shooting. Every basketball player aims to shoot the ball into the basket in order to earn points. Before I demonstrate the right process of shooting, we have to remember the acronym for shooting. It is called BEEF. B stands for balance, E stands for eyes, the other E stands for elbow, and F is for follow through. B stands for balance. It is the foundation or preparation of throwing the ball. You must set your feet at approximately shoulder width apart from each other. Good positioning of feet means good balance. The first E stands for eyes. It is important to direct your attention to the basketball ring. It is also advised that you narrow your target for accurate results. The second E stands for elbows. The position of your arms provide the foundation for the entire shot, affecting the strength of the wrist and hands before you release the ball. Proper elbow alignment and stable positioning of hands ensures that your shot will follow the intended path towards the net. F stands for follow through. It is when the player completes the full range of arm movement necessary to perform the shot. With hands firmly planted on the ball, your wrist should flick forward and propel the ball toward the net.
Iguodala. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining.
In this time of pandemic, we might not be able to play this sport, but we could do the skills like dribbling, rebounding, passing, running, and shooting at our own pace and space. We could make use of these skills as a form of physical exercise to stay fit and healthy, just like me. There you have it, my dear students. Before we end this lesson, Let's check if you learned from me today. Bring out your notebooks and pens and answer these following questions. What are the basic equipment in playing basketball? Correct. It's the court and the ball. Who invented the sport basketball? You're right. It's Dr. James Naismith. What basketball skill allows the player to move around the basketball court while he or she is in the possession of the ball? Perfect! It's dribbling. Who introduced basketball in our country? Amazing! The Americans introduced basketball in the Philippines. What are the 4 types of passing? Very good. These are air pass, chest pass, bounce pass, and overhead pass. Wow! You really learned a lot from this session. For your assignment, identify the mechanics and rules in basketball. Please jot it down in your notes. That's all for today. This is Sir Dave from City of Malolos Integrated School, Katmon. Join me again for our next session. Goodbye!